What's going on, everybody? This is Mark Kaiser with the Mobile Home Dealer. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join us on an educational video. This is going to be an important one. This is going to be a little bit of a longer educational one. Put a lot of thought and effort in these top 5 steps throughout our entire team. Okay, so make sure that you're watching all the way through, because number 4, that one is what we call the silent killer. Today, folks, we're going to go over the 5 things that you need to be aware of when you're buying a mobile home in the year 2023. Now, depending on when you watch this video, I think it's going to age really well because these are kind of universal ideas when you're looking at buying a mobile home, regardless of where you are in the buying process, whether you're just looking right now or you're looking to buy in the future, or you need to buy now, or what state you're in. Okay, so a lot of these things are going to be universal theories, universal items that you need to make sure that you really put the screws down and understand forward to backward so that you make the best decision. So thank you so much for joining us, and let's go over the 5 steps that you need to be aware of when you're buying a mobile home here in the year 2023. Got my handy dandy notes section here that I'm going to look over. The person running the Jumbotron is out of the office today, so we're going to go old school here with the old pen and paper. So get your notes ready, get your soda, get your snacks out. Let's go ahead and run over those top 5 reasons. Number 1, first and foremost, you need to decide if you're going to be buying a mobile home in a mobile home park where you buy the house and you lease the land, or are you going to go and buy a mobile home out in the country or out in a park where you buy the house and you own the land. That's going to be the main thing that you need to look at when you're buying a mobile home. And here's why. Yes, they're both mobile homes, but they're totally different. The reason why is because when you buy a mobile home on leased land in a mobile home park, what you're doing is you're buying personal property and not real property. Now, I'm sure you've heard me talk about this on the channel before with the differences, but the main thing is that you're going to not be paying real estate taxes, and you're not going to be paying property taxes with the purchase on a mobile home in a land leased community. Okay, what are you going to be paying? Well, you're going to be paying your sales tax. Okay, that's a one-time deal. You're also going to be paying your title and registration fee. Okay, you're going to have to title it one time. You're going to have to re-register it every year. Now, if you buy a mobile home out in a park where you own the land, or out in the country where you own the land and you put your home on top of it, now you're starting to look at real estate taxes. You're starting to look at property taxes. There's some other items that you're going to have to look at paying for. So that's the first thing. The first thing you're going to need to know is if you're buying it in a park, on leased land, or out in the country. The next one is you're going to have to look at is what type of park do you want? By that, I mean there's usually 2 types of mobile home parks if you're going to buy in a mobile home park. First one is going to be an age restricted. That's either going to be 45 years of age or 55 years of age, depending on what the park does and how the rules and regulations are set up within that specific park. Now, generally speaking, if they are age restricted, they're somewhat lenient on the ages, as far as one person has to be of that age, and maybe their spouse or their roommate can be a few years younger. But just to make totally sure that you're in the right, always check with the park manager. Don't take my word for it. Don't take our firm's word for it. No. Just use this as kind of a brief, kind of understanding of the items you want to look for. The second one is going to be, are you going to be in an all ages park? Now, all ages essentially is going to also be a family park, a park with kids, no restrictions on age limits. They kind of go through a couple of different titles. It's really just marketing, but you essentially have to decide, are you going to be, we'll just call it an adult only park or a family park with kids. So that's the second one. The third item that you're going to have to look for is the amenities and where the location is of the park. Okay, so if you're new to mobile homes, or if you're new to looking at a mobile home in a mobile home park, they've come a long way. They really have. And depending on where you are in the country, or if you're coming into the States looking at a mobile home, maybe from Canada, we have a lot of viewers on the channel up in Canada, it's really whatever you want. Your craziest ideas as far as a mobile home park goes, you can have. Okay, if you want a gated entrance with a golf course, with a tiki bar, on the water, you can have that. You can have that in a mobile home park. That may sound crazy for folks who've never been in them, but it's true. You can have those. You absolutely can have those. If you want to be on more of a budget side and not have anything, you don't want any of that stuff, you just want a place to lay your head at night, cook a hot meal, have some friends over on the holidays, you can have that too. So it's really, what amenities do you want? You have to lay that out on the front end. Now, with that being said, with the amenities, sometimes with the amenities also go the restrictions. Let me explain. So some parks, they don't allow pets, okay? Unless you have an emotional support animal or, you know, one of those types of deals. Or service dog, you know, that kind of thing. Now, a lot of them, if they don't allow pets, okay, they're not going to have like a bark park, right? Obviously a dog park, obviously, because they don't allow dogs. So if you're looking for that, you want to make sure that you're looking for a park that allows animals. And then also, if it has a bark park or someplace where maybe like a dog washing station, that's starting to become more and more popular in some of these parks. So you're going to really need to look at what amenities do you want. Do you want that golf course? Do you want the outdoor Florida lifestyle with the pickleball courts and the zero entry pool, happy hour at 4 o'clock? Don't laugh. That exists. That does exist. What are you looking for? Okay. Now just have fun with it, lay it out, and then kind of reverse engineer it. Have fun with it, lay it out, and then see what's going to work for your budget. Okay. The next one is going to be lot rent fees. You've been on the video now for about 6 minutes. Thank you so much for getting to the number 4, what we call the silent killer. Okay. Lot rent fees. If you're buying a mobile home in a mobile home park, you will have lot rent fees. What is lot rent? Well, we've covered this in some of the other videos in detail, but just for this video, lot rent is going to be a fee that you as the owner of the property are going to be paying the park each month for the usage essentially of the property. You are renting the lot, okay? So different parks will include different items, different utilities in that fee, okay? So some parks, what they'll do is they'll include the water bill, they'll include the sewer bill, they'll include the trash bill, they'll include the lawn care, mow your grass, and they'll also include the upkeep and maintenance of the amenities. So if you have a social hall, if you have walking trails, if you have a pool, if you have a bark park, if you have a barbecue pit, tiki huts, what do you got? That fee is usually going to cover all of the maintenance for that. So if the pool needs to be sealed or the bark park needs to be resodded, they kind of just pay for that because you're indirectly paying for it out of your lot rent. Okay. Now, the reason why it's a silent killer is because it's very reasonable. It's very reasonable to expect that lot rent is going to go up a little bit every year. The gold standard is somewhere between 1% to 3%. Okay. So rough numbers, your lot rent's $500. It would be reasonable to think next year it's going to be somewhere between $510, $520, somewhere around there. Now, the reason why we call it the silent killer is because a lot of times people will buy based on their budget today with their lot rent. So if they're on a fixed income or they're starting to wind down their careers and they're getting ready for retirement and they're trying to like crimp their savings, which I totally understand, a lot of times they'll get themselves into a pinch because they won't budget for the upcoming lot rent increases. So you want to keep your eyes wide open with that, folks. So if you're going to buy something and you want to keep your lot rent, $500, $600, $700, whatever your number is, that's your decision. You want to kind of prepare that it's going to go up a few percentage points each year, and some years it won't. Some years it won't go up at all. But going into 2023, we're seeing parks go up a little bit more. We're looking at that 4 to 6%, sometimes 7%. And we all know why things are going up. It's the same reason why the gallon of milk is more expensive, or the groceries, or the whatever else. I'm not going to jump into that Pandora's box here, but everybody kind of knows the drill, why things are going up. Okay, so if things are going up, then they're going to have to pass that fee on to the resident because of the cost of fuel for the lawnmowers, for instance, that is included in your lot rent fee. Okay, so you always want to make sure that you're looking at that. Now, here is the biggest pro tip that I can possibly give you in this entire video. If you want a pro tip, do this. Go and talk to the park manager when you're applying for the park. Find out verbatim what the lot rent is on that unit. Not in the park, on that unit. Pro tip, ask what it was the year before. Ask what it was the year before. At that point in time, you can get a real good idea of exactly how much the lot rent's going to go up. If If you want to be real savvy, get the last 2 or 3 years. You know, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Park Manager, I see the lot rent is this amount. What was it the year before and the year before that? They can literally pull it up right there. A lot of people don't do this, and I don't know why, because this will give you a real good idea as kind of a forecasting expectation of what the lot rent may increase. Now again, we all know what's going on in the world, okay? So we know that it could go up a little bit more, but at least having an idea of where it's at now and then where it was maybe a year or 2 ago, give you a real good idea. That's the pro tip. Last one, the home condition. What is going on with the house that you're looking to buy, okay? Does it need a new roof? Do we got mold issues? Do you see critters running around? Do you got granite countertops? Do you have we sold a home yesterday with a hot tub in it. What do you want in the house, and what kind of condition it's in, okay? I know the first couple we were talking mainly about the communities, and that's important, but the other one, and the kind of the obvious one, which is why we left it at number 5, is what is going on with the house. Soft spots, do we got those going on? Those aren't expensive to fix, but they are something that you need to look at. How's the roof? How is the AC? When was the electrical updated? Have you taken a look at the panel? How about the plumbing? Does it have a dishwasher in it? These are kind of the things that you need to start running through your head when you're looking at purchasing a mobile home. I know if you're coming down to a state, whether it's Arizona, we have a lot of people watching on the channel from Arizona. Our firm is located in Florida. Wherever you are, if you're looking to buy a second home, a lot of times people get excited about just the area, which that's fun. I like it. I moved to Florida too. I'm not originally from here. Shocker. But the other idea is that you need to have a pretty good understanding of what you're getting into. Okay, so make sure you do your due diligence on it. You can order a home inspection. You can work with a licensed mobile home broker who will shoot you straight and tell you what's going on with it. You can have some boots in the ground, maybe some friends in the area, or maybe you just fly down for the weekend if you're buying a second home and take a look at it. If you're local, you can always take a look at it too. So I hope those give you a better idea of exactly what you should be looking at when you're buying a mobile home in 2023. And these 5 steps will help bring you a little bit more further information, make you feel more comfortable with your purchase, and welcome you into the beautiful world of the mobile home industry. Guys, this is Mark Kaiser. Thank you so much for being a part of this video. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, if you could please do us a huge favor and smash that like button, boom, so that you're up to speed with everything that we're having going on here, whether it's the how-to videos, the new homes. We're pushing a new kind of idea here, and we're doing a lot of education going into 2023. The reason why is we want to be the folks in the industry who are bringing you no nonsense, right to the point information on what you need to do when you're looking at buying or selling a manufactured home here. So guys, thanks again for enjoying it. Happy New Year. Enjoy 2023. Let's all make it the best one yet. This is Mark Kaiser with the Mobile Home Dealer. We'll see y'all on the next one.